Hello guys, I am Jagadish and I am here to give you a seminar on software engineering now I am going to explain you about a quick review on the Agile manifesto. Let's get into the topic, the Agile model definition. First of all, what is meant by Agile model? Agile model is a model which is to used by the users, and that has to be in such a way that everyone should consult, or some practitioners may also have a chance to give a quick and quick software requirements. So first of all, let me explain you about the history of Agile model. First, the Agile model history is: in February 2001, a group of software practitioners and consultants published the manifesto of Agile software. It is also having a statement called like this, that you can see in this second line. We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. The main motto of this Agile model is to give a quality and quantitative and also effective model to the client. So first of all, we have to follow some rules. There are four rules like this: individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following plan. Here, first point means individual and interactions over processes and tools. Individuals and interactions means the client has to be interacted to the users, and both of them must be in such a way that their interactions must be useful for the succeeding steps. Next one, working software over comprehensive documentation. We also very well known with the SRS, which means software requirement specifications. So in that, it follows some documentation like this. So customer collaboration over contract negotiation. For each and every step, for a lenience or for um, more interaction with the client, may results in the formation of a good project or good or effective project to the client. So responding to change over following a plan. A plan must be needed for such an extent so that he, or, he or she, the client may be very well effective with the following project. So next, there are some characteristics of Agile development. Agile development is the most used software model nowadays. First characteristic is interactive or incremental and ready to evolve. Most of the Agile development methods break a problem into smaller tasks. There is no direct long-term planning for any requirements. Normally, interactions are planned which are of very short period of time. For example, we think so 1 month or 4 weeks. A cross-functional team is created for each interactions that works in all functions of software development, like planning and requirements analysis, design, coding, unit testing, and acceptance testing. The result at the end of the interaction is a working product, and it is demonstrated to the stakeholders at the end of an interaction. This main paragraph is follows some. We also very well known with the process life cycle, right? That process life cycle have some steps like initiation, analysis, coding, design, testing. Also, we have deployment. Also we have testing, etc. So in this all cycle, we have some steps, and that has to be followed correspondingly. After demo, review comments are taken and are planned to be incorporated in the working software as required. It was understandable. Next characteristic is face-to-face communication. Face-to-face communication means the word itself resembles the meaning, right? Face-to-face interaction means the client and the user must be in a face-to-face contact for each and every step of this Agile development model. Each Agile team should have a customer representative such as a product owner in Scrum methodology. This representation is authorized to act on behalf of the stakeholders, and he can answer the queries of the developers in between interactions. Because of these interactions only, I mean face-to-face communication only, we can have a very well bonding with the client, and we can also have a good presentation after the project completion. An information radiative physical display is normally located prominently in an office where passers by see the progress of Agile team. This information radiator shows an up-to-date summary of the status of the project. And next, the succeeding characteristic is feedback loop. Daily stand-up is a common culture of any Agile development. It is also known as daily Scrum. It is a kind of brief section where each team member reports to each other regarding the status of what they have done, what to do next, and any issues they are facing. Feedback, we are very well known with the word called feedback. There are some principles of following the Agile model or Agile software. The first principle is our highest priority is to be satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. The second one is welcome changing a requirement. Even late in development, Agile processes hardness change for the customer's completion advantage. Deliver working software frequently from a couple of weeks to a couple of months with a preference to the shorter time scale. Business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. The work has to be completed within the staff itself. The staff who are for a short time, and the white card entries are not allowed in a particular software project. And the fifth one is build project around motivated individuals, give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. The job must be done in such a way that the employees or staff they are working for a particular project must be till the end of the project itself. Next principle is the most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. Already we have discussed about face-to-face conversation before. Working software is the primary measure of progress. The working throughout the project needs the which meets the needs of the client. Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and the users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. The project that we hand over to the client, which must be have some conditions like it should be meet to the client first, and then it has to be very well modifiable for further characteristics also. Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhance agility. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. At regular at regular intervals, the team reflect on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjust its behavior accordingly. So this is the picture that resembles which an example of student admission board. So we can see here the acceptance test, priority, story points, and also we have some description about the director of a student who is going to attend a college. So acceptance test ensure that director is able to log into. That means this is a college admission test which is conducted to a particular student, and he has to answer with the following test patterns. That means administrator who is joining the student must have these all these points to be ensured. update for each phase, examples application scenarios and letter of recommendations received, scholarship status and the counseling schedules admitted, etc. The after that he has to receive some email in order to have the overview over his uh, performance in the examinations. So this is the extreme programming process, which is a part of a agile model. We have some design, coding, testing, planning. Already we have discussed about the life cycle of a process. So this is the life cycle of a sub life cycle of a process: design, coding, testing, planning. We also have this simple designs, ERC cards, spike solutions, prototype. Coding means pair of programming, unit test and continuous integration, acceptance testing, release, planning. Planning includes user storage, acceptance criterion, interactions plans. So this is all about extreme programming process. Next, coming to Agile model. Agile model, the main theme of Agile model is to provide a particular project with the more effective and efficient result after the completion of the project, which includes the following steps: design, development, uh, we have a query assurance, and also deployment, also brainstorm. Brainstorm means requirement analysis. So all the SRNs documents are placed here. Design means the design documentation and a prototype and demo all are here in this design. Next, increment, demo and feedback. The feedback and the maintenance must be here in this development phase. Next means query assurance. That means any questions, interactions, demo and also feedback also be provided here. Deployment means production and technical support. There is support after providing the project or a material to the end users. We also should provide some maintenance and some needs to be followed to upgrade our own product to the users itself. So this is the main agile development methodology. This is the agile model figure. Next, there are some phases of agile model: requirement gathering, design the requirements, construction or interactions, testing, quality assurance, deployment, feedback. Well, this deployment and feedback we also discussed just before 2 minutes back. So let me first explain you about requirement gathering. Requirement gathering means the client needs all are needed here. In this phase, we must define the requirements. You should explain business opportunities and plan the time and effort needed to build the project. Based on this information, you can evaluate technical and economical feasibility. The feasibility study is maintained here in this requirements gathering. Next phase of this agile model is design the requirements. When you have identified the project first, that project is to be finalized. When you have identified the project, the work is to be distributed to define requirements to the stakeholders itself. You can use the user flow diagram or high level UML diagram to show the work of new featured and show how it will apply to your existing system. The design means we are very well known for our daily day products, like some design they are decorated in order to have some visual appearance. Next one is construction or interaction. When the team defines the requirements, the work begins. Designers and developers start working on the project, which aims to deploy a working product. The product will undergo various stages of improvement. So it includes simple, minimal functionality. So this is about construction and interaction. Next phase of agile model is in this phase the quality assurance team examines the product performance and looks for the bug. So in this testing phase, there after the coding, the testing may include some any having bugs or it has to be debugged will be tested here in this testing phase. Next one is deployment. In this phase, the team issues a product for the user work environment. In this phase, we can have some maintenance and all other things like deployment and work environment. Next phase of agile model is feedback. Feedback means maintenance also succeeds with the feedback. Feedback means the customer who is used the product that we are providing from agile model used to be feedback. That means if there is any issues with a product that we have developed is to be maintained, or feedback means it's just like a review for the product that we works through the feedback only. So this is all about the various phases of agile model. um, uh, that's all for the day. Thank you.